Hey everybody, this is Mattis from Mattis Gaming. Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator. So since the last episode I've been doing a bit of grinding. I've got a few cars fixed up, ready to sell. So we'll go through and get those sold now. What do we got? So this is the Mayan T8, which that one's worth 300. Bit over 300,000. Yeah, this one's just a cheaper vehicle. It's just the Lotus, so 94,000 on that one. And the Mercedes SLS, yeah, so which that one is worth 371,000. So we'll sell those. I've got a couple more. I'll bring those out as well because I can only put 3 out the front. So I'll bring the other ones out and bring them back and we'll sell those ones too. Okay, and these are the other two. So this one here, this is the Corvette, although, what is it, Bolt Reptilia. That one I'm going to keep just because that is basically pretty much the model, close to the model that I personally really like, so I'm keeping that one for myself. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that back in the parking. But this one here we're gonna sell. And that one's 446,000. So yeah, and with that, with the grinding that I did, I was able to get a few cases, so let's get those open now. See if we can get anything decent from them. Okay, there we go, there's a barn location, they're always good to get. I guess anything's worth getting. It's just some things are worth more. I guess technically if we were maxed out on XP, then getting an XP from them wouldn't be overly beneficial, but at the moment it still helps. That gives us a bit more points to apply. Yeah, so I've got 10 points here. I think I'm just gonna unlock those two. Make things a little bit quicker, a bit easier to do. At that barn location. Okay, so we've got 5 barns to check out, so we'll go through and see what's available in those. But we have also unlocked the car auctions. There's a car salon as well, but I think we'll get to that another time. We'll focus on the auctions today. So let's have a look and see what we can get from the auctions. Okay, so it looks like we've got 2 options. So we've got the salvage cars, which are the, I guess, the junk type ones, or then just the normal auction. So let's start here. Okay, so what we do, we get to go through, have a look, see what they've got listed, and then we choose the auctions that we want to participate in. So a couple of good looking ones in amongst there. So the Pagani Zonda is obviously a big money one, so that one might be worth looking at. The Hammerdell is one we just sold for 440,000, so that has potential. Yeah, obviously these prices here are the starting prices for the bid, it's not the buy price. So we've got to sort of be mindful of what we spend. Just looking to see if there's anything different there. Before we make a decision, how about we go check what's in the salvage yard. The salvage ones take more work, but more work equals more return as well. So if we buy one that's already pretty well done, then we're not going to get much for it. So there's a Hammer there. Kind of think it'd be nice just doing up a roadster, something like that. We sort of have a bit more freedom in what we do. Right, let's have a look, see if we can see any more detail on this one. Okay, so we get to have a look at it. 228,000. So it's a little bit high. I like to get them under 200,000 if I can. It's already got the better engine in it. We can go through and examine everything, but I don't think it's going to be worthwhile to go through and do that. It's only really going to give us XP, and at the end of the day, we're not going. If we buy something, we're not going to be using anything on it. It'll all just be pulled off and replaced. Yeah, I'm just having a look on this side. Yeah, there was one over here. Let's have a look and see how many Ks it's got on it. Yeah, still over 200. So if we're going to buy one, I'd prefer the other one. Yeah, there's other hot rod there. Yeah, so he's still over 200,000. I actually prefer the other design. Okay, I think we'll go with that. I think that's going to give us a better return, so let's start the option. Just having a quick look, doesn't really give me instructions, so I guess we basically just have to bid before the timer runs out. They really want it, don't they? We've already gone quite a bit over what the car's actually worth. Might not have been worthwhile, but well, we'll still make money on it. We make a ridiculous amount of money when we do a car. But yeah, let's put that in the garage. Okay, I don't really see anything else there that I want to do. Just have another quick look over here in the newer cars. Could do a GTR, but yeah. Let's have a quick look at this one. Okay, so it is under 100,000. So it's got that going for it. Everything is in pretty decent condition on it though, which is probably going to limit how much value that we get out of it. But let's have a look at the auction anyway. So we're looking 163. So 170 will still make money. So probably gonna take it up to around there. But if it goes over that, I think we'll leave it. If we can get it under 150, that'd be awesome. And we'll definitely make money at that. 130, 135, 138. It's getting closer to that 150 mark. Well, it's 150, 155. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's 2 cars for us to do. So I'll send that to the garage. I think that's all, nothing else there. Sort of caught my attention. If there's any cars that you sort of want to see me do, let me know in the comments, and I'll have a look and try and get one. Alright, two very different vehicles there. So we've got a very poor condition Hotrod, and then a pretty reasonable condition super sports car. But yeah, alright, so what we'll do before we go and fix those ones up, let's go check out these barnyards and see what's in there. Alright, so what I'll do at each of these, I'll go through and find the chest, because there's always one at each barn. Just a matter of going through and finding it. Then once I find, there we go, the case is what it's actually called. And then I'll go through and just give you a quick overview. I'm not going to bother showing me walking around checking all these. It's probably a bit repetitive. And yeah, I'll show you each of the cars that we can have a look at. So starting with this one. So that's a Hamador, which they're asking a little bit over buy price, but we know we can get over 400,000 for that. So basically, what I think I'll do, it's pretty much anything with less than 200,000 Ks on it that I think I can make money on. I'm just going to buy, because it's not like a short of cash there. And then yeah, all those ones I'll just put in the car park for now. Yeah, Land Rover, yeah, we're going to make money on that. Right, what do we have here? Subaru, too many Ks. So we've got a van here. It's over 200,000, so I'm not going to worry about that. Another Hotrod, but yeah, oh, definitely over 200,000. And that one's over as well. Okay, so we got a Ute here, 307,000, so not interested. Mercedes, 156. Buying price is good, so let's get that one. This one is well over 300,000, so not going to be looking at that one. Yeah, so no, way too many kilometers. Same again. Just outside. Nope, keep looking. Okay, so Aston Martin. Yep. So that one's under 100, under 200,000 and reasonable price. So let's get that. Yeah, send that to the garage for some reason instead of the parking. But anyway. And that's a no for that one as well. Okay, so we've got 5 more cases, so let's open those, see if we get any more barn locations. Yeah, there's one. No, none on that one. Nope. Yep, there's another case. Okay, so 2 more. Looking Porsche here, hopefully it's under the 200,000. No. Unfortunate. Be nice nice to do it, but just, yeah, don't make as much money. So, yeah, that one's over 200 as well. And, oh yeah, so we can get the Aston Martin. So on this one I got a battery as well, just because I can recharge the battery anyway, so that'll basically be like buying a whole new battery for $15. Just once it would have been nice to find the case in like the first thing I checked. Even in the first 5, I don't think a single one was in the first 10 that I checked. So, but anyway, nope, not getting that one. That's over 200,000 on it. Old Jeep with, yep, well over 300,000. And over 300,000 on that one too. I'd come check out the junkyard quickly as well, see what's here. And let's go through that one. Yeah, that one, it's not a big money one, but let's grab it. It'll be a little quick turnover. Yeah, get that one as well. Nope, too many Ks. Too many Ks. Nope, too high again. Okay, I think that'll do us for cars. While I'm here, I want to show you one thing. So, you may recall in one of the early episodes, I mentioned that there was no real point to buying any of this stuff. There is one reason to get it, which basically if you're getting the stuff, it's just so yeah, so got that cheap, it's 4 credits, so you don't want to do it with any sort of overly high priced items, but you could go through and buy up all the cheap stuff, or if you got a sort of unlimited money, then once you done a few sales and sold a few things, made a heap of money, where money no longer is an issue for you, you could basically go through and buy all of it then, technically, which you can come back with a whole bunch of stuff. And then around the back here, one of the things you unlock is the salvaging. Which, if you go in here, so we can, I'm not going to do the battery, I'll charge that, but the oil filter, we can salvage that. Now, basically, if you get it on the green ones, you get, well, it shows you on the right there, you can get the bonus or a big bonus. At the end of the day, it's not a huge difference in any case, but that scrap that you salvage then lets you go through and upgrade parts, which if I just get a part, I'll show you. Okay, so I grabbed the supercharger, which we're going to use on the Hotrod, and the manifold to go with it. So what happens here, so basically at the moment it's a base item, although it is the performance one, that's why I got that first. It's always better if you're doing it with the performance ones anyway. So if we go through and upgrade that using the scrap, so that increases its value and increases the performance, and then obviously that then affects your end sell price. So I haven't bothered doing that on any of the other ones so far. It's not something that you have to do, and going through and doing that to one part is only gonna affect the value in a relatively small way. If you're going to do it, you'd probably want to go through and get the whole lot, and then you could end up with something that was significantly higher powered and then also significantly worth more. And so you'd want to do that with something like this, something that's got a high value to start with. But yeah, you could go through and do all that, and instead of it being in the end a $400,000 or $500,000 car, you could end up with it being quite a bit more. So yeah, so what we'll do, we'll go through now. We'll get this one in. I'll leave that one for now. Yeah, so as always, we'll start with the car wash. Get rid of all that top layer of grime, see what we're dealing with underneath. It's outside, it's inside. Okay, so still losing a bit. We did sort of overpay a little on this one, but not in a way that's going to cost us too much in the end. Get that chassis repaired up. There we go, and we're in the red again. Sorry, in the black again already, so out of the red. Yeah, so yeah, let's get this all stripped down. What I'll do, I'll get it all pulled down and then bring you back from there. Okay, so I got it all stripped down. Decided to bring it over to the paint shed first. I've just put the body together. The reason for that is because there's a lot that's exposed on it. So whereas usually on a normal car, the engine's covered up under the bonnet, you don't see it anyway. So on this, I think we're going to need to, whatever we do with the car, coordinate the engine to suit that. Otherwise, it's just going to stand out. So I figured we'd bring it over here, get the painting on the body done first, and then we know where we're going with that. So let's have a look and see. Right. So if we have a look, we've got a few options that we can go with on this. Yeah, so we've got some flames. Yeah, that one. There's some stripes there, you can barely see them because it's the same color as the car. Just some other stripes. The patina look. That's just another patina that's again barely visible because of the color. And we've got some traditional flames. I think being the Hotrod, that's probably the one I'm going to go with. As for the color, so it needs to be dark, because obviously if we put like the light color on there, it doesn't look great. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Well, that's better. Yeah. I think that's where we're going to go. So yeah, so let's get that painted up. Let's apply that now. Then I'll move it back over, and we'll get the engine and stuff together. What I will do is go through and paint up all the components to match that, the ones that are paintable, and then we'll get it all together. Okay, so engine is assembled, and let's get it in there and see how it looks. So that's, if you have a look there, that's how it would normally look, just in the plain colouring. Now if I put it on there now, it definitely suits it a lot better. There is limitation. There are things that it won't let me do. Like, for instance, okay, let's have a look at this just to show you. So the head, it lets me paint, but let's pull that back up. It's in here. It doesn't let you paint the outside of the head. It lets you paint the inside where you can't see. So anyway. So yeah, that's the engine done. Now I'll go through, do the same with the suspension. Just shift that. But yeah, so I do the same thing. I'll go through and see what I can paint on the suspension, get it all sorted and matched, just because everything's just so exposed on it. So the more we can make it match visually, the better the end result is going to be. So yeah, so I'll go through, get the suspension happening, and bring you back at the end of it. Okay, so I've got it just about done. I didn't worry about painting the brakes on it for a couple of reasons. One, it's drum brakes on the back, so you don't want to highlight those anyway. But the game doesn't let you paint the drums, so there's no point trying to paint the calipers and then leaving the drums like that. But what I will be doing is with the wheels, just get into the wheels. So I'm going to be putting something on that as what's known as a center line wheel, which basically has the whole center covered. Now that is one, but I do have a few of those. So that one comes already chrome, but we're going to be painting it, so I'm not worried about the look of them. But yeah, so I've got a couple other ones. I'm just having a look through and find which one I want to use, and then we'll get them painted up and put on there. I've got a couple of the DLCs, so I do have a few options to go with. That's a maybe. It is the center line, but it has a little bit of openness to it as well. Only problem with having all the DLC wheels, you can end up with like too many to choose from, and can sometimes take a bit to go through and figure out which one you want to use on something. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. So now what I want to do is really sort of make the size difference stand out. Yeah, so I'm going to get a couple of little ones for the front. 12 is a little bit extreme. I'm going to go 15. So I'll get 2 of those. And then on the back we're going to go some 18s. I'm going to make those a bit wider as well, so they sort of really stick out. And then we'll get some tyres. I think we'll go with race tyre C on it, just so it's got that little red strip. So we're going to need two 15s. I'm going to go at a 185. We want it to be narrow but still have a little bit of height. So we'll go 185/50. So you have two of those. And then two of the 18s. We just really want to go all out on that. Let's go with a 50, give it some girth as well. And yep, that should do. Anyway, so I'll get those fitted up and we'll see how she looks. Okay, so I ended up changing the wheels, sorry, not the wheels, the tyres. Those ones that I picked, even though they're the same width as these ones, looked like they were like half the size. So I went with these ones, so they had that fatter stance on it. And then changed the front ones to match. But yeah, this is her. So all done, ready to go, ready to see how quick she ended up. So let's find out. So yeah, well over 300 k's an hour, which so not a bad little hot rod. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Not sure if I'm going to continue this series or not. There's not a lot to really continue doing. There's a bunch of cars that I've got that I can go through and fix up, but the process does take a little bit of time. Whilst I tried to show what I could without it sort of dragging on a bit, I sort of didn't want to sit there showing a couple of hours of stripping, repairing, dismantling on every single car. But yeah, if there's any vehicles that you'd like to see me do, leave a comment in the description and I'll have a look at doing them. Other than that, I might just leave it where it is there now. So, but yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next series.